Hello everyone, my name is Ade. Welcome back to my YouTube channel Baptized Talkers, where I share my life experiences. I hope you find my stories entertaining, informative or relatable. I'm currently taking out my hair. I've had these braids for the past 3 months. A sister doesn't have money to get to do her hair, but I'm finally taking them out. I hope I will do my hair sometime now in December. And besides taking out my hair, I spent the past hour trying to find a spot to film this video in my room, but it just wasn't working out. I wish I'd realized 10 minutes in that this wasn't going to work out. I would have saved myself the time and the trauma that I went through trying to find the spot to film in my room. But okay, here we are, our usual spot, the lounge. What I'm going to talk about first is nothing to do with today's video. It's just something I thought I should share. So when I went to get my eyes checked for my new glasses, the optometrist asked me if I've ever had my thyroid checked. He's not the first person to ask me that. The time I had an issue with my ear. I actually had 2 videos about what happened to my right ear, during that time, the ENT I was seeing asked me if I'd ever had my thyroid checked, because she said my eyes are protruding. So usually people with thyroid issues, their eyes, they're protruding eyes. So she said, like, you're not supposed to, like the normal eye, the regular eye, there shouldn't be a white space between your actual eye, which is, I think it's called the iris, the black thing or brown thing or whatever color your eye is. You're not supposed to have a white space between your eye and your eyelid. I'm going to see if I can find pictures about that, and then I'll put the picture up here of like what your eyes look like when you have thyroid issues. So I think you can have an overactive thyroid or an underactive thyroid. But okay, this optometrist asked me if I asked me to consider getting my thyroid checked, which I'm going to do at a later point. But I actually forgot to mention to this optometrist that my entire family has big eyes. We all have like protruding eyes. So I don't know if that then implies that the entire family has thyroid issues, or if it's possible that you can have big protruding eyes and not have thyroid issues. I don't know about that, but I just thought I should share it. On YouTube. Okay, so the story I'm going to share today is the story of how I almost died. My mother saved my life. That woman didn't only give birth to me, but she also saved my life. I can't remember how old I was, but I was in primary school. So one rainy evening, we were waiting for my dad to come home. So my mom asked me to go. So usually back home when it rains, we put containers around the house to catch water from the roofing sheets, and then we can use that water for like laundry, cleaning around the house, or for dishes. We don't really drink it or use it for cooking. It's just for household uses. Okay, so she asked me to go. My mom asked me while we were waiting for my dad. But she knew you would be home anytime from then. She asked me to please go outside and fetch some water so we could warm the water and use it for washing our hands before eating. And I was taking my time. I like, lady, I'll go when he's almost here. I mean, we can both tell that he won't be here anytime soon, so I'll go when he's almost here. And then when I heard his car coming up, there weren't a lot of cars where I grew up. So you could, if you had a car, you'd know it's likely the person that I'm waiting for. So I took this metal container that we used to fetch water. It was like this metal bucket. But I thought the bucket was plastic. I don't know. Yeah, it was a bucket. It was a metal bucket.
How do you spell bouquet?
B-U-C-K-E-T. B-U-C-K-E-T.
Oh, bucket.
It's bouquet.
So I took that metal bucket and I ran to the back of the house to fetch the water. So going to the back, I was fine. I ran, it was easy peasy. I ran to the back of the house and got the water. And then as I was running back, I slipped and fell. And I fell onto the bucket. I don't remember much of what happened from then. But my mom said all she could hear was groaning. Was someone groaning? So she was shouting my name, asking if I was okay. But I didn't respond. All she could hear was the groaning. So she then ran outside to see what was going on, and then she found me laying there. She went into she went into paramedic mode, and she started rubbing my chest and trying to resuscitate me, because at this point I was unresponsive. This woman was rushing around trying to wake me up, especially before my dad gets there. Because now it was going to be hard to explain, like, what's this situation that we're going through in the middle of the night. So eventually I started breathing, like I took a deep breath. I started breathing, and then I was fine. Besides like a little bit of pain on my chest, I was actually fine. The entire evening, both my mom and my dad kept on asking me if I was okay, and I'm like, yes, people, I'm okay. Well, they thought I broke a rib or something, but I was just fine. Okay, so the following day, as we're talking more and more about this story, about my near-death experience, my mom actually said the previous day she was at work and they were talking, she was talking to one of her colleagues. I think she was talking to her colleagues, and one of her colleagues was talking about a guy who had been kicked in the chest by a donkey. But why do donkeys do that? Yeah, this guy got killed by a donkey and he actually passed on. May soul rest in peace. So they said when this donkey kicked him, they suspect that his like intestines moved up to his chest. I don't know if that's possible, but apparently some part of his stomach moved up to the chest, and when that happens, it blocks you can't breathe. Like you can't breathe. I wonder what really happens there around here. Like back then when they were explaining it made a lot of sense to me, but now I'm trying to explain it. I don't really know what they were talking about, but something moves up and makes it hard for you to breathe. So what now in hindsight, people were saying what this guy's family was supposed to do at the time he got kicked by the donkey was rub his chest, like rub his stomach and chest area, so whatever it is that moved from its place can go back to its regular place, something like that. Actually, a bit of like what happens with your intestines, or is it your intestines or your stomach? Like I heard a story of a girl who got her tummy sliced. I'm not going to say too much about the circumstances of this girl getting a tummy sliced. I'm not going to say it on YouTube. But her tummy got sliced and her intestines were protruding. They were outside her stomach, like literally in her hands. And someone took a matchstick and they lit it close to her intestines and they just went back into her tummy. And then they managed to move her to transport her to a hospital to get professional help. So apparently rubbing like the part where the issue is, where where your organs moved, warms them up and allows them to go back to their normal place, and then you can actually breathe again. So my mom was saying it's insane that your colleagues just shared this wisdom with her, and then the following day she uses that wisdom to save a child's life. And what's funny is after that same evening, after I almost died, my dad started making fun of me, started poking fun at me. There were these shoes that we got from my mom's sister. It was a wedge, like a wedge. It was a wedge, like the wedge shoe. I'm gonna put a picture of a similar shoe up here. But those are the wooden sole. They were like old shoes, and I wish she had just kept them with her and would give them to us, because once she gave them to us, we don't really remember what happened to the shoes. They were going to be like a good relic to keep, like a family heirloom, if they're not being given to the wrong people. So those shoes were by the door. So my dad asked me if I was wearing those shoes at the time that I fell. Like, he found this whole thing very funny. But my mom really panicked. She thought I was going to die. She thought she was going to lose a child. Thank you so much for watching this video. I just thought I should share this. I was thinking about it last night. I thought I should share it on YouTube. It's funny now, but I'm sure then it wasn't funny, for my mom especially. My memory about it is a little bit vague, but I'm sure my mom was super scared. Okay, bye.